My name is Mitra Manesh. I'm a servant. I serve through teaching, coaching, consulting, or any other way that I can find to share what I know with those who want to know. And this Lights On podcast is one of those ways. It was created with consciousness and mindful living in heart. So join us as we travel through many roads of learning and transformation together. And if you enjoy our podcast, please give us feedback by rating us 5-star and share us with others if you think they may benefit from it. On behalf of my team, I thank you for your presence. This episode is about comparison. I was teaching a class on the subject of happiness, and somebody brought up the question of comparison. What do we do when comparison arises in us and we start comparing ourselves to other people and probably their successes and their achievements? Well, comparison is something that happens in many of us, even though it may be hidden and we may be in denial and we may not speak about it publicly, but it happens at least in our heads, and we can bring actually awareness to it, and we can use it to benefit ourselves and grow through it. So let's take a listen and see how and if that's possible.
So anything that is harmful, it's also helpful. One of the things that is helpful about comparing, the moment I start comparing, which is really a light jealousy, really. So I'm sitting here and I'm thinking, I wish I was like looking like this person or doing that, what that person does. The comparing has a bit of information. And that information is there's something you have, there's something you do that is of interest to me. So I always say we're sifting in life. So the moment you have to be aware of it, though, you have to be aware that that is arising in you. And the question is, when do you catch it? Because sometimes I've gone so far, I'm just falling. And now I realize, oh my God, I've been comparing myself for so long. But if I catch it here earlier on, it's easier to do that. So I sit with my jealousy. I sit with my comparison. I sit with this competition that it's there. And I ask it. It's like I always say, have a cup of tea with it. Invite it to a tea and say, here, sit down. I see that you really are interested in me. What do you have to teach me? What do you have to tell me? Well, you see, this person is doing da, 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 da. Sometimes it's something that I can do, right? It says like you have studied more. You have really pursued happiness in a beautiful way. It's something that I can do something about. Sometimes it says, she's so much younger than you. What can I do about that? So the question is, do I accept whatever it's telling me? Do I need to accept something? Or do I need to act wisely on something? But the first point is, what does it have to tell me? What is it that it's here to inform me of? There is nothing that is bad. Like people say, I'm everything except jealous. And I laugh and I say, all right, then we have a non-human being in the room. Of course, everybody feels it. We don't admit it. Like, I would never publicly tell you, this morning I was so jealous. I wouldn't say it, but I do feel it. I know it arises in me. But the question is, when it does, what do you do with it? So talk to it, ask it, and see what it has to tell you. And then what do you do with what it has to tell you? Either you take action on it. If I know like you eat healthier than me, you have a healthier relationship with your partner. And I really like that. Instead of comparing and competing, I learned from it. Or I need to accept certain facts that I haven't accepted in life, and you only represent it. You don't bring this problem to me. You only bring to my awareness something. You become a mirror. That's something that already is unresolved in me. In any case, it's a gift. So that's what you do with it. And once you learned from anything, you no longer need it. The only reason it keeps coming in your awareness and becoming your experience, because you have not learned from it yet. Once you do it, you no longer need the experience. When you learn from an experience, you no longer need the experience. So that's my suggestion.
Hope this episode answered the question or two for you, or provoked and inspired questions in you. I'm so grateful you showed up and listened up. Until the next time, be well and stay curious.